Welcome to Drika Dines. I'm Drika and today we'll make a good old-fashioned backyard burger. Let's get started. As we were planning this video, we really wanted to create a burger that was both flavorful but had some simplicity as well. So let's start with our hamburger buns. And first we will start by proofing the yeast. So add in some organic sugar to lukewarm water, and once we add in 2 scoops of the yeast, it will activate the yeast and we can proof it or test that it's still working. So just stir it a little and then set it aside as the leaveners will do their work. And then I go on to the dry ingredients, so start with some sea salt and then add in a little xantham gum. You can use guar gum or just ground flaxseed. All of them do the same thing, and depending on what works well for you, they're all good. And then add in a little sweet rice flour. It's also called glutinous rice flour, and it's used when we want to make a bread that's a little bit stretchy or elastic. And then some buckwheat flour and potato starch, and finally a sorghum flour, which was one of the nicer tasting gluten-free flours. And just use a whisk or a fork, whisk it all together to break up the flours and aerate the grains so that we have a lighter hamburger bun. And then we'll make a well in the center and go on to adding wet ingredients. So a little honey that acts as a moisturizer and also will give a little sweetness to these buns. And then olive oil, and move on to 2 large organic eggs. And if you are staying away from eggs, just see below for an egg replacement, and that should work well for you as well. So just mix those in and then add a little splash of lemon juice, and that works again with our leaven to create a better rise in the dough. Give the eggs a little bit of a whisk, so just until they froth, so that creates a better texture to the hamburger buns. And once that is mixed in, add in the proofed yeast. It's already starting to work, so we know it's good. And then we go on to what we call gluten-free kneading of the dough, which really means stirring, because it's important to know that gluten-free flours, although they contain less gluten or elasticity, they do have a very high moisture content, so doughs always tend to be a little wetter. So in this case, we just stir it in the bowl, and that gradually activates those elastins so that we have a slowly shinier looking dough. It's also a little stretchy and sticky, and that's exactly what we need, because hamburger buns really are hard working. They stand up to a lot when you throw on toppings and patties, so they need to be a little bit resilient. And because this is a wetter dough, we need to oil either these large ramekins that I have, or you can use a larger muffin tin, and scoop the batter evenly into each muffin cup or ramekin. And we'll let it rise for about an hour, just covered with a cloth. And while that's happening, I like to do my little egg wash. So just mix a little egg and water. And if you like, once that's stirred, you can use it as a gloss over the dough. And it just creates a very classic, well-browned, glossy hamburger bun. And you can also add in, like I did, a few sesame seeds sprinkled on, and that just adds a little more nostalgia to our hamburger buns. So once those seeds are added on, I just slide those in the oven and they can bake 20 to 25 minutes depending on your altitude. And here they are, lovely browned, light hamburger buns. So today I'm feeling a little like I need a gourmet burger, so I'm trying out some more Italian toppings: sliced tomato, sliced avocado, and black olives. And you'll see later I add some homemade pesto. You'll see the link later to check out my pesto video. Fry up some onions, and once those are ready, let's marinate some portobello mushrooms to show our vegetarian hamburger, or I should say burger patties. So marinate these portobellos in balsamic vinegar, minced garlic, organic olive oil, and let that sit for about 15 to 30 minutes. The mushrooms really do a nice job in absorbing the flavors. And we'll also add in a little salt, and any dried herb is fine. Today, to keep things easy, I used a basic Italian blend. Stir those thoroughly, and once they've sat, I just grill them. You can put them on the barbecue at a medium heat. Keep basting them, turn them every 5 to 8 minutes, and they will come out just juicy. They make a wonderful burger. So see below for our pesto tips for our beef burger patties. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.